Hey guys, Waxno3355 here, and so here's this program that I created. This is a sort of new thing that I'm going to be doing. Uh, I'm learning some Java coding, and I decided to, I'm writing some programs that are in which I'm learning from, and then sometimes I write my own programs about it. This one is called Download Speeds Alpha, and what it is it just takes the amount you've downloaded, the amount you need to download, and the speed that the average speed you're downloading, and it'll tell you basically around how much time you have in hours and minutes. So here we go. Enter the amount needed for download. I'll do something easy like 1000 MB. Megabytes. Megabytes, I think. I'm so bad at this. Enter amount already downloaded in millibytes. So we'll say nothing's downloaded yet. And enter the speed, and we'll say it's going at 100 kilobytes per second. So that means every second, 100 kilobytes. Should I do something easier? That's okay. 100 kilobytes are being processed. So that means in a minute, 6,000 kilobytes are being made. In other words, 6 megabytes. So in about a minute, 6 megabytes are being made or downloaded or something like that. I think that's, I don't know, I might have done the math wrong. But alright, so you can kind of figure it out that way. And it says you have about 2 hours and 47 minutes left. So yeah, so we can actually run this again real quick. Type in a different number. Enter amount down. We'll say we have 10,000. I'll say 200's downloaded so far, and it's going at a much higher speed. But since we have so much to download, it's going to take 9 hours and 4 minutes. So a lot of places, I know on Steam it does, it has how much time you actually have left. So that's actually where my inspiration came from for making this, was from Steam, because it was showing me how much time I had left, and since I had so much time left, I decided to make a program that would tell me how much time I had left. So yeah, alright, so I'm gonna show you how to write this, so I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm back. So right now I'm here in Eclipse, and this is a free program you can download, and you can write Java in it. This is the one I like to use because it, I mean, there are others out there that probably do the same thing, but this one has icons that will appear on the side if something is wrong with your coding. So that helps a lot, because then you don't have to look through everything and manually do all this work to see if one part is wrong. So now I'm just going to go through this quick, because this isn't a tutorial for that. It's just I'm going to show you how to write the program. But I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to make a new Java project. I'm going to call it Download Speed. I can put spaces, I think. Download Speed Program. Okay, I'm using it in the default JRE, which is important because I used to do this all wrong, and yeah, we'll mess up. But alright, sorry about that. So you're gonna go back. You're gonna go into source and make a new class. We're gonna call it Download Speed Alpha. Slav. Call it Alpha. I'm so bad. And it'll create a default package there. Alright, so now we have this here. We're going to have to okay, I guess we'll start the best. Alright, so what we got here is we got public class download speeds alpha. I'm not going to run through each of the terms, but I'm just going to show you how to make this. You should probably already know a little bit of Java. There are tutorials all over the place. So yeah, we're going to import terminal io.keyboardreader. Now that'll import this from the computer. I had to download that online. I will probably provide you a link with it. If I don't, sorry. It's not extremely easy to find. We'll do public static void main string args. Alright, now we gotta define the keyboard reader. So keyboard reader, we'll call it reader, equals new keyboard reader. Alright, now we gotta define, oh darn it, keep doing that. I hate when I do that. Alright, now we gotta define some of the variables that we will be using. So we have double goal, now KBS, left, I bet you I'm doing this wrong, left, and just for the sake of neatness, double, time left, hours, we're going to need that, we're going to need time left, hours, int. I'll explain why I have those. I mean, there's probably another way around that, but I didn't want to use that, so. Yeah, just for the sake of keeping it neat. Time left, minutes, and time left, minutes, round. Oh, and there's one more. MBS, millibytes. So now we actually have to go into the Java programming. So the first thing we want to know is we need to know all the information. We need to know how much is already how much you need to download, how much is already downloaded, and how fast it's downloading in order to figure out how much they have left. So what we can do is, so we'll do system dot out print, and we'll ask it enter, or tell it to. You got to command it. Enter amount downloaded, and we want to do this in megabytes because that, you know, it's right in the middle. It's not kilobytes because it's kind of hard to figure out kilobytes. Normally, the downloads in megabytes. Normally. So we should probably put this. No. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, leave a space there. Then the goal equal. Oh, darn it. Let me rename these real quick. Kind of messed up the naming of them when I was typing. Normally you want to have it like this. Alright, I just changed the name for those real quick. Now we're going to say goal equals reader dot read double. So this will take and read whatever's typed in, save it as goal. But we need to know more than just what the goal is. We need to know enter amount already downloaded, and also in megabytes. I suppose we could put parentheses around them. You can if you want. In retrospect, you probably should, but I'm just going to continue on, and that would be now equals reader dot read double. I'm not sure why it's not giving me the option. Did I just say that? It's not. Alright, and then system dot out dot print. And then we gotta ask it one last question. We gotta say enter download speed. Enter average. We'll say that. Enter average download speed. Awesome. So now that we've asked, and then KBS, which is kilobytes per second, equals reader dot read double. Alright, so now that we know all the facts, we have to use the rest of the variables to continue on. Alright, so I'm not sure why that's MBS. Kilobytes, it should be KPS for kilobytes per second. I don't know why I did that. Alright, well, now we know the kilobytes per second, because most people are not going to show it as 0.3 megabytes per second. Millibytes, I'm not completely sure. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to tell you on here. So, yeah, I guess it should be KPS. I'm not sure why I named it MPS. But anyway, now what we need to do is convert this to millibytes or megabytes, we need to convert it to MPS because the downloads are in millibytes. You know what I mean. Alright, so in order to do that, we need to figure out exactly how much kilobytes are in I'm sorry. Here we go. 5 by 1000. So since I'm a derp and didn't prepare for this earlier, I'm going to look it up real quick. Let's go to Google, type in how many MB megabyte. Yeah, they are megabytes. See, I told you. Alright, so let's convert it from a kilobyte to megabyte. But that's not gonna help. Okay, so let's go to here. The answer is 1. No, that's no, wait. In 1 megabyte, there's 1,024 kilobytes. Okay, get out of there. So 1,024. There. Happy. So now you take millibytes per second equals kilobytes per second divided by 1,024. So what that does is it tells us exactly how many millibytes per second there are, based on how many kilobytes per second there are. And we're going to need to use that. Now we also need to find out what's left, how much is left to be downloaded, and that's just simply goal minus what we have now. So that's pretty easy. And then the time left in hours, that equals what's left divided by the millibytes per second divided by 60 divided by 60. Right. So this is saying that the time left in hours equals the amount left. So let's say we have 100 left divided by the millibytes per second. So that means if we have 100 minutes left, let's say, or 100 megabytes left, and we divide it by, and we're having like 100 megabytes per second, then that means in every second, so 100 millibytes per second divided by 100, that would be 1 divided by 60 divided by 60. Now, because if you're getting 100 millibytes per second and you only have 100 left, then you're going to get it in 1 second. So that's 1 divided by 60. I don't even know what comes out divided by 60, but it's point something hours because it's only going to take 1 second. If you're doing 1 millibyte per second, then it'll be 100 divided by 60 divided by 60. So it'll still be pretty low, very low, because it won't take that long at all. It'll take like 100 seconds. So yeah. So that's what goes there. Now you do the divided by 60 because you want to convert it from the amount in a second to the amount in an hour, as you can see from here. So let's say you have 1,000 megabytes left, and you're going by 1 megabyte per second. Then that means you're going to get it done in 1,000 seconds. But you want to find out how many hours are in 1,000 seconds. So you divide that by 60 to get minutes, divide that by 60 again to get hours. So 60 minutes in a second, or 60 seconds in a minute, and 60 minutes an hour. So now we continue on. In the old system, I guess we don't need to do this yet. Maybe we'll revise this. System.out.print. You have about, and then it'll do the rest of the calculations. Time left and hours int. Now, if we just did it like that, it'd turn out as a double, which isn't that bad. I mean, oh man, I keep forgetting to do that. I mean, it's not a huge deal if it's in a double, but we want it as an integer, basically. Because if we say 9.5 hours and 3 minutes, it's like, what? So we want to convert that 0.5 hours into actual minutes, which would be 30 minutes, because that's half of an hour. So what we would do is we'd have time left hours int. So basically what we're going to do is convert time left hours into an integer. So that way, there's a reason. Okay, I'll show you instead of just talk to you. I'll show you why we need to do that. Because you're probably thinking now, so why would you need? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Time left minutes. So we want to find the time left out in minutes. So what we'll do is we have the time left hours minus time. What just happened? Oops. Minus the time left hours int. So now what this will do is it'll say, oh, okay, here we go. We have the time left hours, which is in its double form. So let's say it's 9.5. And then we have the time left hours int, which would be 9, because you have to always go down. So now we can see that the time left minutes will equal the time left hours, 9.5, minus the time left hours integer, which is 9, which will leave us with 0.5. 0.5 times 60 would tell us how many minutes there are left. In this case, it'd be 30. So there are now 30 minutes left. So now we know that. We'll just say time, but we also want to round the minutes too. We don't want to just let the minutes go down. So we'll put in a rounding. We'll round the time. Time left minutes equals the integer of time left. Keep doing this. Time left minutes plus 0.5. Awesome. So I'll just round it for us. We can put it. I guess we don't need notes. I like leaving notes every once in a while, just to tell me what's going on. Timeout. Print. Time left hours int. So what this is going to do is say you have about from up here. I suppose we could do this. Let's cut that actually, because I don't like the look of that. Paste that in here. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, you have about, and then we'll print the time left in hours integer, even though it'll appear as a double. Plus hours and plus time left minutes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It should be time left minutes round. Okay, what did I do wrong with this? Oh, right. There's nothing defined as that. So time left hours. System you have about time left hours int. That's not defined. Hours and it's not the arrow key. Hours, and what we'll do is we'll just bring this down here because this is getting kind of messy. And time left minutes. Minutes left. Well, let's leave a space because otherwise it'll look pretty bad. So I'll add to the end of this, and I think we're done. No, what's wrong with this? Syntax error on token minutes left. Oh, right, that's why. Forgot the plus sign. Now let's bring. Not sure why there were so many lines all of a sudden. All right. Yeah. All right. So this should be all set. Now, wait. Time left minutes round. I initialized that, didn't I? And time left. This should be time left minutes round. That's why. Okay. So now there are no errors at all. Awesome. So we'll save that up here, and we'll go into debug mode. And down here, you'll see it starts to run. That's another thing I like about Eclipse. It runs right there. Enter amount downloaded. So we'll say, darn it, it's not enter amount to download. We'll fix that. Enter amount already downloaded. We'll say there's 0 downloaded. And average download speed, you're going 100 kilobytes per second. So you have about 28 hours and 27 minutes left because you have a ton to download. It's going to take you forever don't recommend downloading the game unless it's really good. Then again, World of Warcraft takes quite a while, but you know. So enter amount. Enter amount to download. We'll just neaten this up real quick in millibytes. Enter amount already downloaded. Millibyte. Enter average download speed, and we'll even put it in kps, kilobytes per second. So now we'll save this, debug it one more time. Enter amount to download in millibytes. You have 10,000. Enter amount already downloaded, nothing. But you got really fast speed this time, and it's only going to take you 2 hours now. Good job. And 51 minutes. So it's actually going to take 3 hours. I'm just lying. Just lying. Alright, so there's the program. Yeah. Thanks for watching. This is Wax1355. Subscribe. And if you don't want to just write all this, I'll provide, say in the comments, maybe I'll provide a copy of it. Just like a copy paste. So yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and also I'll provide a download link for Eclipse and possibly Terminal IO. I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, adios.